How about that Wyatt Marini?
He's a great kid.
Tell you what, he's been through a lot the past week.
He has. Been through quite a bit.
Talk about how the coaching staff's been able to help him get through all this.
Well, we're very close as a coaching staff, and we just felt like we needed to do something for Wyatt, and we kind of talked about it once we figured it out, and we kind of threw this game together very quickly.
Do you ever wish you'd had a little? You think it's maybe better you went ahead and did it quickly instead of waiting? If you waited, you might have put too much thought into it.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so. It was perfect timing. We had Northwest where he transferred to us from.
Perfect,
so
yeah.
Kind of able to talk to Coach Gann over there, and Coach White got in contact with him, and we were able to throw it together pretty quickly.
Now, Wyatt is recovering from the brain tumor surgery. Last night, one of the umpires, maybe both umpires, they may be recovering from backside bruises today.
That's right.
For some reason, those umpires were spending some time on the ground last night.
That's right. And I'll never forget Coach Simpson asked him, do you need to bring up some spikes last night for both umpires? So that was pretty funny.
The home plate umpire last night, I don't know the gentleman's name, and I'm not knocking him at all, but I tell you one thing, sometimes it took him a while to get those substitution changes and things made when he's right. I mean, he delayed that game a few times. I thought, this guy's taking a little too much time on these things.
He did, but like we said, everybody was wearing number 12 for Wyatt, so
he
he had to go by names and then go to our scorekeeper and tell her the name.
That's a good point. Good point. Those umpires are pretty serious. They got to get the numbers down correctly on their sheet as well.
They did.
With there being no different numbers, just all the number 12.
That's right.
What does Northeast Guilford mean to you, Coach? I know you love it, Coach Suggs. Wouldn't be. I couldn't see you maybe at Southwest or Northwest or Eastern, someplace like that.
It means everything to me. Myself and Coach Simpson graduated from there. Played ball for two awesome guys, Coach White, Coach Persley, and also Coach Loring. So really learned a lot from them guys. School means everything to me. Plan on being there until I retire. So got 28 more years to go. So looking forward to it.
You've got 20. You've got to do 30, right?
Correct.
You've only been doing two. Seems like you've been there 20 years.
Been there. Been helping Coach White for 9 years. Been on with Coach Simpson for 9 years. So
wow, you've been working there even before you got out of college.
Right. Was in college, and Coach White called me and wanted me to see if I was interested in helping them, and volunteered for a year, and then got on with them, and been helping Coach Simpson ever since.
Where'd you go to college?
Went to UNCG.
I know you're a big NC State fan too, right?
Yes, sir.
Saw it on one of your websites.
That's right.
UNCG, right?
Yes, sir.
Wow, interesting.
It's like I always see Coach Simpson because we see each other in the fall. Our season football tickets are side by side.
At NC State.
That's right.
Gotta be loving that kid out of Southern Guilford going out next year too, or running
Reggie.
back. Reggie Gillespie going to be there. Yeah. Hope he can help those guys next year.
Hopefully it's going to be an exciting year. Got Reggie and the kid from Princeton, Johnny Frazier, and also Naeem Hines out of
That's a lot of running backs. Coach Durham went to work in that.
He did a great job. So looking forward to it going in fall.
How do you see this Northeast Guilford team developing on the eastern side of town, so to speak? How are you guys going to do the rest of this year? What do you see this team go? How do you think you guys will do?
We're getting better every game. Just got to take it slow, kind of build our confidence back up. We've struggled, like Coach Simpson said, but we're getting there.
Tell you, there's one kid on that team I mentioned tonight. I know Coach White would maybe agree with me too, but this kid, saw him last time for the first time this year, looked like he'd shot up about a mile and a half. Carter Williams looks like he's become a man out there.
That's right.
Man, this guy's gotten bigger.
He has. He's been working hard all off season, and it showed for us. So he's done a great job.
He's got to do the job for you too, that leadoff spot. He's got to come through for you.
He sets the table for us.
You think about Wyatt, where do you see him in the future at Northeast?
Wyatt's a great kid, a good ball player. He'll be playing hopefully for our varsity next year. So looking for him to play wherever he's needed.
You know, you didn't get the win last night, but boy, Northeast was not going to be denied the possibility and the chance to get that win. You guys just kept battling back last night.
We were. We wanted to put everything in for Wyatt. Had our chances, just didn't capitalize. Northwest capitalized on our errors, and we didn't capitalize on theirs. They had a couple more hits than we did. So
they looked a little sloppy to me. I mean, wrong. I thought you guys had a chance to win because Northwest looked a little sloppy to me at infield prior to the game. Bobbled a few balls, and a couple of things I don't normally see them doing. I wonder if these guys ready, and then they proved they're ready to get the win. But boy, it's still a very close game. Good battle.
It was. They're very good at just putting the ball in play. That's something that we've struggled at for the last couple of games that we're still trying to hit home with. Just put the ball in play. Anything can happen.
You know, you come down to it, the bases are loaded, you got a couple of outs, like you say, you do want to put the ball in play.
That's right. Like we've been preaching on it the last couple of weeks. Just put the ball in play and anything can happen.
How about this Northeast Guilford community? How about a shout out for those guys, the way they responded last night?
It was great to see. Like Coach White mentioned, we haven't seen a couple of those guys. I noticed some of the football kids and some of the soccer kids and volleyball kids. So it was great to see support for White last night.
In Northwest, you couldn't beat what they did when they came out like they did. And the Northwest people after the game, man, they were just taking snapshots, photographs like crazy. All kinds of photos for memory.
They were. It was a great night last night. Had a great atmosphere. Raised a lot of money for White's family. So we're very, very proud of what we were able to accomplish.
You feel pretty good about the White Marina you see this week as opposed to the White Marina you saw a few weeks back?
Yes, sir. It's been a quick turnaround for White.
Thinking about some other things last night, how did you guys come up with the idea for all this? I mean, I didn't ask Coach White completely about it. How did this whole idea actually click and come together from the very beginning? What kind of made the push?
Well, we got together as a staff, like I said earlier, and wanted to get something quick done for White. And we thought about doing something for him, just didn't really know what to do.
Had you had anything like this happen before at Northeast when you guys came together like you did last night?
No, sir. We've always had football. We always have a pink out game for and raise money for individuals that's going through breast cancer. We had Emily, and I think her name, I can't remember her name, is drawing a blank, Taylor Foster, who was supposed to play softball at our place. I was a big Florida State fan, so we raised money for her. It's been a couple years ago, so that's the only time that I can remember we've had somebody like that.
You had pretty good response too, like I think White mentioned, Coach White mentioned, Coach Simpson mentioned, Channel 2 I think was there, Fox 8 was there, maybe TV 12. Pretty good response to those folks as well.
Yes, sir. We had.
It's kind of fun to see that on the sports. It's always fun to be at a game, see those guys filming and go home and watch it.
It was. Fox 8 came out yesterday, and Channel 12 was out on Tuesday night.
So you think about that love in that Northeast Guilford community. Do you see that from your standpoint going back all the way when you were younger coming up through that community?
I do. Northeast is a great place. You got, like I said, my mom went there. I know Coach Simpson's family went there. It's just a great community. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows their kids went to school there. Their grandkids go to school there. It's just a great atmosphere.
What drove you to become a teacher coming out of Northeast?
Well, like I said, I played for 3 great coaches, and honestly, Coach White and Coach Pursley drove me to do what I'm doing right now.
So Coach Pursley is going to be near and dear to your heart for a lot of years to come.
He is. I learned a lot from those 2 guys, Coach White and Coach Pursley, and they drove me to do what I'm doing now.
Thinking about this as we do what we do tonight, a couple of things in your lifetime you'd like to experience or do before it's all said and done, because in a White situation we start to think, I was told the guy earlier tonight, I was driving down the road coming back from the Ragsdale Northern Guilford game back I think on Tuesday night. I saw a train flying down the train track. I said, man, I'd love to get on a train, ride a train. Never been on a train, never even flown. I haven't flown ever. I just always kind of watched the sky. But certain things you want to do before it's all said and done. A couple of things you would like to do one day.
Well, the main thing I want to do is we just want to bring a state championship to Northeast
Bring the
Guilford.
title home.
Bring the title home. Me personally, have been close. Played for Coach Pursley, like I said. 2003 was a close game. We lost in the finals to South Point in football. And then that great team we had back in 2011, we were also so close.
I remember being down at McDonald's on Randall Road talking to Jalen Davis's grandmother. You guys were playing down east, maybe the series before the state championship series. Being on that phone, getting those scores. I mean, that was a fun year of fun.
Eastern
you guys
Wayne, that was a great year.
That was right, Eastern Wayne, exactly.
We lost the first game, tight game to Western Alamance, turned around and won 29 straight games, so it was a great year.
29 in a row, that's a run that may not be matched for a while maybe to come.
We hope not.
Wow. And you think about that as it all comes together. When I'm at Northeast Guilford, what I always like to do is sit in the stands, look up at the championships of the conference. Those are big, but much bigger than that. Like I think it's 64, 65 state titles, and then the runner-up the other year. And then it's good to have that one also up there. Was it 2011?
Yes, sir, 2011.
See those up on that board at the school. Those mean a whole lot to see those there.
It does, and it means a lot to myself and Coach Simpson. We went to school there, and that's why we do what we do.
Yeah, and the one out on the football stadium, you were part of that one too, as you mentioned, back in 2003.
Yep.
What position do you play back in the day?
Played tight end.
Wow.
Tight end and was a long snapper for Coach Pursley.
You should have stuck on a long snap, and you could be making money maybe in the pros right now. You never know.
Yeah, I regret that a little bit, not taking full advantage of it.
Hey, but you did the right thing. Coming back to teach school at Northeast Guilford means a lot to those kids.
It does, and it means a lot to me.
28 years to go. You're on
That's
your way.
right. Only a little bit left.
They should give you some credit for those times you worked there before you even became a teacher.
I wish they would.
Yeah,
They don't want to have so much longer to
A
go.
little severance pay there, but I mean, you probably feel like you've already been there 10 years.
It has.
At
It
least.
feels like I've been there for a while. I just do whatever I can for the school. Tell Coach Sharp whatever she needs.
You've done some AD helping out there too, haven't you? A little bit of
I
helping
have
there, yeah.
tried to help Coach Sharp whenever she needs. I've done keeping basketball clock, keeping football clock.
You were the indoor track coach this year, weren't you?
I was. That was a brand new experience for me.
Yeah, exactly. You guys practice outdoor or indoor?
A little bit of both.
Yeah. Well, Coach David Blue, did he offer up any help?
He did. Coach Blue was very helpful.
Yeah, that's some good stuff. You've only been there 2 years, but it seems like you've been there maybe 200, maybe some days. Other days, it seems like you've only been there a couple of months probably.
That's right.
Well, listen, sum it up for me if you will. What last night meant to the Northeast Guilford baseball teams, JV and varsity, what it meant to that Northeast Guilford community. Because you're a Northeast Guilford man, you can put the word out and let people know how it came about and what it meant to you.
It means a lot. We came together as a family, just the whole community, had a great turnout. You really don't know what it's like until it hits one of your own. It doesn't matter if it's your son, your daughter, your brother, your sister, but you always hear other schools that have somebody affected, but then you don't really know. And now we know because we had somebody affected. And it was just a great turnout by our community.
And you have to stop and think somebody's got their head cut open. They take the top part off and they go inside and take out a tumor. That's some serious business.
It is. And it's just amazing how quickly Wyatt's turned around.
The kid looks great. I never saw him before, but if he looked better before he does now, and this kid's looking sharp, he's ready to go.
He does. I'll never forget, and probably will never forget this. He texted the guys. He was 3 for 3 in his last game with a brain tumor. So he texted everybody. He said, 3 for 3 with a brain tumor. What's y'all's excuse?
Exactly. What are you guys going to do? Man, that's a good point right there. 3 for 3, and he was playing with a brain tumor his last game.
That's right. Kind of puts everything into perspective.
Makes you want to go out and go to work tonight and try to get some improvement done.
That's right.
When was his last game in conjunction with his surgery? How close is his last game to that surgery? Do you remember that part? Maybe
I think
a
it's
couple weeks?
about 2 weeks out. He's missed, I think, the last 4 or 5 games maybe.
Yeah.
I think it was against Burlington Williams, actually.
3 for 3 with a brain tumor.
That's right.
Coach Suggs, you do a great job.
Thank you, Andy.
Keep up the
We
good
appreciate
work,
you.
man. 2 years, only at Northeast, but he's going to be there another 210 probably.
I hope so.
Keep up the good. It feels like it some days too, I'm sure. You got it. Coach Suggs, Coach White, Coach Simpson, and Wyatt Marini, and we've got